Hey there, chemistry students. We are in week 7 or beginning week 7. So this is an overview of what's coming up the week starting October 3rd. If we look over here at our course schedule on course contents, table of contents, we are all the way down here on week 7 and we can kind of get a brief overview. This looks a little shorter because we've got an exam coming up, our midterm exam. So in week 7, we have a discussion board. We'll talk about that in a second. We have an experiment, a Dropbox for experiment 6. And as always with our lab, we have a post lab and a pre-lab. So that's all coming up and you're getting ready for your midterm. So let me come over here. This is our course contents. This is the student view right now. Week 7, we're in Module 2, Week 7, October 3rd. It's not actually opening up until the morning of September 30th. So by the time you're seeing this, it will be open. But if we just kind of get an overhead picture, we've got an overview. This is where this video that you're watching is going to show up. We have a chemistry meme discussion board. We have a lecture assignment, which includes stuff you've been working on. It's stoichiometry homework again. This is more calculation things that are going to help you prepare for your midterm, going to help you prepare for a couple of lab experiments coming up. In the lab category, we have experiment 6 this week, which is stoichiometry. There is a pre-lab for next week's and a post-lab for last week's, as usual. And we have a midterm review. Since your midterm is coming up, we've got some review materials for your midterm and an assignment, which will again help you practice. And then your midterm exam begins October 7th. So let me go ahead and jump over to the instructor view so that we can see all of this. All right. All right, coming back to week 7. Again, we have the overview, and as I scroll down here, this is our week 7. This is the big picture. If I come back and click on these one at a time, so this is our overview, and again, this is where you're watching this video. If I go past the overview, I'm at the chemistry meme discussion. There is a discussion board. On this discussion board, you are looking for a chemistry meme. Professor Molish and I have started us off. And essentially, if you look at your instructions here, you are posting a chemistry meme. You're not typing to explain it or anything like that, but you're posting a meme. You get points if it relates to chemistry. You get points if it's something we've done. And you're going to be replying to classmates. You want to make relevant classmates. So take a look at these instructions and please post on the discussion board. This should be kind of fun and lighthearted as we go into our midterm. Oops. Let me come back here. All right, so you can be looking at that chemistry meme assignment. Next, we have material for our lecture, and it's very short. This is the stoichiometry homework corrections video. Now, you haven't done the stoichiometry homework yet. The video isn't ready, so watch this area for a video. Once we collect those assignments and start grading them, then we'll post a corrections video. And if you still have questions, be sure to post on our discussion board. All right, come back here to the lecture material. Again, fairly short because you're preparing for that midterm. Our lab is pretty similar to what we've seen. We are doing experiment 6, which is regarding stoichiometry. Again, this corrections video is not visible yet. It is from the pre-lab assignment you did previously. Some of you may still be finishing those up as you watch this. Once we get it graded, we'll make this corrections video visible so that you can come here and quickly see your corrections. And then this is your experiment. And again, these calculations are going to help you prepare for that midterm. We have a pre-lab for experiment 7. It's relatively short. There is your overview. This one is actually hidden. It's a PDF file. for your experiment, read that over, look at the pre-lab assignment. As you remember, the same kind of thing. As you go to each one of these assignments, there is a handout to download that you will write your answers out and then upload it back to the Dropbox. So you have a relatively short pre-lab for experiment 7. And come back over here to the lab. Experiment 6 is this week, experiment 7 pre-lab, and then you have a post-lab for experiment 5 from last week. This corrections video is not visible today that I'm making this video. It might be visible by the time you come to see it, so keep looking back for it. Once we collect this experiment 5 experiment reports, get them graded, get them back to you. We will make this corrections video available to you to come and see what you did wrong. But after you watch the corrections video, if you still have questions, please ask. Please ask. And then there is a post-lab quiz, again, in the same vein that we've been seeing as we go along. So that's your lab. And then you have a midterm review assignment. Now, these are just, basically this is a list of topics as you review for the midterm. These are pretty broad kinds of ideas. If, as you're going through this, you just want to make sure that you can do these things. And if you have questions on any of them, be sure to ask. And then you have an assignment, a midterm review assignment. Again, this is to help you prepare for that midterm exam. Same format that we've seen. When you go to that Dropbox, there is a handout to download, write out your answers, upload it. You always want to make sure that you're showing your work on all of these assignments because you don't get any credit for answers that don't have work. And that is your midterm review. We do have a space here for your midterm exam to begin. It begins on October 7th and runs to the 14th. You should have already made an appointment at the testing center to take this exam. So be sure that you're watching your calendars for that. And that is our overview of week 7.